Have you ever pondered on how your spiritual growth can influence your happiness and peace? A simple question, yet it opens a vast universe of introspection. As we journey through life, we often overlook the profound effect our spiritual development can have on our overall well-being. Our spiritual growth, much like a seed, needs nurturing, and one of the ways to nourish it is through understanding sacred texts. The Bible, a timeless text, is a treasure trove of wisdom, guidance, and inspiration. It serves as a compass, guiding us through the labyrinth of life. It's not merely about reading the words, but understanding them, internalizing them, and implementing them in our daily lives. This understanding can be a catalyst for spiritual growth, leading to a sense of happiness and peace that transcends the transient pleasures of the material world. Today, we delve into Judges 21:24 from the King James Version to gain a deeper understanding of this scripture. The scripture reads, "And the children of Israel departed thence at that time, every man to his tribe and to his family, and they went out from thence every man to his inheritance." A simple verse, but one teeming with meaning and significance. Let's take a moment to truly absorb these words, to let them seep into our consciousness, and to understand their depth. Picture the scene. The children of Israel, each one of them, departing to their respective tribes and families, heading towards their individual inheritances. Now let's delve a little deeper into the context of this scripture. During this period, the Israelites were in a state of transition. They had endured hardship and trials, and were finally stepping into a season of inheritance. Each person was returning to their tribe, their family, their source of identity and belonging. And above all, they were headed towards their inheritance, the promises and blessings that awaited them. This was a time of movement and change for the Israelites. It was a time of leaving behind the old and stepping into the new. It was a time of growth, and with growth came happiness and peace. In this scripture, we see the Israelites moving forward, not just physically, but also spiritually and emotionally. They were not only claiming their physical inheritance, but also their spiritual inheritance. Each person had a unique journey, a unique path to walk. And yet, they were all united in their common goal, to claim their inheritance. This scripture paints a picture of a people in transition, of individuals moving forward to claim what was rightfully theirs. It's a picture of hope, of promise, and of a bright future. But it's not just a story about the Israelites, it's also a story about us, about our journey, our growth, and our inheritance. Just like the Israelites, we too are on a journey. We too have an inheritance to claim, a future to step into. What does this verse tell us about the Israelites, and how can we apply it to our lives today? Opening. To fully understand this scripture, we need to break it down. Let's begin with the first phrase, "And the children of Israel departed thence at that time." Here we are told that the children of Israel, the descendants of Jacob, moved away from a certain location at a specific point in time. This departure signifies a significant shift, a movement that is both physical and spiritual. It's not just about geographical relocation, it's about transitioning from one phase or state of being to another. The next part of the scripture says, "Every man to his tribe and to his family." This phrase brings to light the significance of one's tribe and family. The tribe here can be seen as a larger community, a group of people bound together by shared lineage, culture, and traditions. The family, on the other hand, represents the immediate circle of kinship, the closest ties of love and obligation. Each man returning to his tribe and family emphasizes the importance of reconnecting with one's roots and the value of community and familial ties. Then we have the phrase, "And they went out from thence every man to his inheritance." What does this mean? The inheritance here represents more than just material possessions or land passed down from generation to generation. It symbolizes the spiritual and cultural legacy that each person inherits from their ancestors. It's about the traditions, values, wisdom, and identity inherited from previous generations. Each man going to his inheritance suggests a return to these spiritual and cultural roots, a reconnection with one's identity and heritage. So, what can we glean from this scripture as a whole? First, it emphasizes the importance of movement or change. Just as the children of Israel departed from a place, we too in our lives experience various departures. We move from one phase of life to another, from childhood to adulthood, from being students to professionals, from singlehood to marriage, and so on. These transitions, though often challenging, are necessary for growth and development. Second, the scripture underscores the value of community and family. It reminds us that no matter how far we go, our roots in our family and community remain crucial. They provide us with a sense of belonging, a network of support, and a foundation upon which we build our lives. Third, the scripture talks about inheritance, not just in a material sense, but more importantly, in a spiritual and cultural sense. It encourages us to cherish and uphold the values, traditions, and wisdom passed down to us by our ancestors. These are integral parts of our identity and provide us with a sense of continuity and connection with our past. So, in essence, this scripture talks about the importance of family, heritage, and personal responsibility. Now, how can we apply this scripture to our lives today? The scripture from Judges 21:24 speaks to us of family, heritage, and personal responsibility. These concepts are timeless and continue to be relevant in our modern life. Let's delve into how understanding and applying these principles can lead to spiritual growth, happiness, and peace. Family is the bedrock of society, a timeless institution that shapes us from our infancy. In the scripture, every man was seen returning to his tribe and family. This underlines the importance of family ties and the role they play in our lives. Even in today's world, the family is the first place where we learn values, forge our identity, and find unconditional love. It's these bonds that provide us with emotional security and a sense of belonging. Therefore, investing time and energy in nurturing these relationships can lead to happiness and peace. Next, we come to heritage. In the scripture, every man went out to his inheritance. This signifies the importance of acknowledging and cherishing our heritage. Heritage is not just about property or assets, it's about our cultural roots, traditions, and the wisdom passed down through generations. It gives us a sense of identity, grounding us in a continuum of history. In the modern context, understanding our heritage can help us appreciate our individuality, fostering a sense of self-worth and belonging. By embracing our heritage, we can foster a deeper connection with our past, enriching our present and guiding our future. Lastly, the scripture highlights the concept of personal responsibility. Every man in the scripture was responsible for his tribe, his family, and his inheritance. This is a powerful reminder that we are the architects of our life. Our actions, decisions, and attitudes shape our personal and spiritual journey. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to lose sight of this. However, accepting personal responsibility can lead to spiritual growth as it compels us to introspect, make amends, and strive for better. It empowers us, giving us control over our life's trajectory towards positivity and fulfillment. Applying these principles in our lives might not be easy, but it's worth the effort. It requires conscious effort, introspection, and sometimes a shift in perspective. But the rewards are invaluable. When we nurture our family ties, we cultivate love and harmony. By cherishing our heritage, we honor our past and shape our future. And by embracing personal responsibility, we take charge of our spiritual growth. So, as we navigate the complexities of modern life, let's remember the enduring wisdom of this scripture. Let's strive to deepen our family ties, cherish our heritage, and embrace personal responsibility. Therefore, by embracing our responsibilities and cherishing our heritage, we can attain spiritual growth, happiness, and peace. To sum up, let's revisit the key points we've discussed today. Our conversation began with Judges 21:24, a potent verse that illustrates a pivotal moment for the children of Israel. Each individual in this verse is seen departing, returning to their respective tribe and family, and ultimately to their personal inheritance. This verse is more than a snapshot of a historical event. It's a metaphorical roadmap for our personal spiritual journeys. The interpretation of this scripture is twofold. Firstly, the verse speaks to each individual's unique spiritual journey. Just as every Israelite went to his tribe and family, we too are called to embark on our unique spiritual paths. This journey is not one size fits all. It's tailored to our individual experiences, challenges, and aspirations. Secondly, this verse underscores the importance of spiritual inheritance. The Israelites went out to their inheritance, a promise fulfilled by God. Similarly, we too have a spiritual inheritance that awaits us, a promise of growth, happiness, and peace. This inheritance isn't material, but rather an internal state of fulfillment, a sense of purpose, and a deeper connection with the divine. Applying this scripture to modern life provides a refreshing perspective. In a world often characterized by haste and competition, this verse invites us to slow down and focus on our individual spiritual journeys. It encourages us to seek our unique spiritual inheritance, reminding us that our paths are not defined by societal norms, but by our personal relationship with the divine. Moreover, understanding and applying biblical principles like those found in Judges 21:24 can significantly contribute to our spiritual growth. They offer a blueprint for navigating life with wisdom and grace, fostering a sense of happiness and peace. So as we journey through life, let's remember the lessons from Judges 21:24. Let's honor our unique spiritual paths and seek our divine inheritance. Remember, spiritual growth is a journey, and every step you take brings you closer to happiness and peace.